Right, so I'm going to quote the Premier of the Northern Cape. She was telling me that she comes from Uppington, and you cry when you have no grief because of the weather. And that's not for any other reason except everything runs. Your eyes run, your nose runs. And that's what's been happening here this morning because it's been so cold. Everyone's just been wiping their eyes and their nose because it's just, I don't know. I've been hearing temperatures of about -6, -7 degrees when the wind picks up. But don't look at my next guest, Audrey, who is wearing an open shirt. Looks like she's about to go running on the beach. I'm not understanding this, Audrey. Audrey is one of the operators of this telescope, and she's going to share with us what it is that she does on a daily basis and how this works. Audrey, good to see you.
Good to see you. Thank you, Leanne.
Nothing's cold.
Yeah, I've been here in worse temperatures. I think that's the problem. Yeah, I'm used to this weather. But then we are radio telescope operators.
Yeah.
I've been at this for like 6.5 years by now, and we operate from Cape Town. So it's actually a remote system.
Yeah.
You can actually operate from anywhere in the world as long as you're connected. And then we receive requests from astronomers. So astronomers are our clients, and they tell us what they want to see in the sky, and then we actually control the telescope to go to the sky, to that galaxy, and collect all the data and give them the file.
That is fantastic. Okay, can we go inside?
Yes.
Because I mean we've been looking at it from the outside, so I think it's time we go in. So what's so nice is Audrey she doesn't work from here. She's based in Cape Town, and the information is sent from here to Cape Town. Okay, there we go. Let's come inside. Let me pull this in. Okay, so I mean this is it, basically.
Yeah.
This is
So
what
this
you got.
What we call the pedestal. It has all the control units, the antenna control unit, the receiver control unit. I've switched off all the receivers to protect the antenna, so we can only just move it. And that's what I've been doing the whole morning. We run in scripts. This is just a script for TV, but normally they tell us, I want to go to a galaxy called Lian.
Yeah.
And then I ask, how long? At which frequency? And what other parameters do you want to give me? They give me that. I create the schedule block. The schedule block looks like that with all the details, and then I just press activate. But the important thing, obviously, is to make sure that each antenna is healthy to observe with. So I can show you now how many antennas I have in this subarray. I have 63 antennas in here. This one here is 47 because I need to control it manually. But for a script, I put all of them in there, and that's our MeerKAT, 64 antennas. They all operate at the same time, in sync. Go to the same target, collect the signal together, written into a file. You get 1 terabyte, 3 terabytes, 15 terabytes of data at once. You give it to an astronomer, they reduce it, and then you guys see the beautiful pictures.
Wow.
But there's actually like a whole lot of hard work behind the scenes, making sure that each antenna is healthy to observe.
One thing that I find fascinating, I mean, all of this is unbelievable, but you've switched them off because we've kept on telling our viewers and making them aware that this has been a very difficult broadcast to get going because you're not allowed cell phones, you're not allowed anything that can interfere with this because it'll actually damage the unit.
Yes.
So everybody's got to switch their cell phones off. No iPads, no devices. What'll it do? I mean, what's
so
the
I
effect?
can show you here first. So we know that these galaxies are obviously far away, outside of our own solar system in the universe. So by the time these signals get here, they're very weak and very faint. Dr. Benny Van Orff used to say it's like looking for a needle in a haystack. That's how faint they are. That's why we do not want people here. We do not want cell phones here. So when the signal comes in, it looks like that on what we call the spectrum. And then if you see this, these are all satellites that we cannot move, obviously. We cannot do anything about. So we have to flag it out. Flagging it out means obviously now we have like small band of data to work with. Yeah, so that's what RFI does. It disturbs this signal for us not to get the full data that we want.
And that's what makes this area so good, is because there's very little interference.
Very remote. The less people, the better. The less electronics, the less pollution, the better. Amazing. And also we're a bit high in elevation as well. We don't have so much rain. Yeah, so this is a perfect spot to have this. Not a lot of businesses around. Yeah, I think this was a great location.
Fantastic. Audrey, thank you very, very much. Thanks for showing us. Okay, I'm going to step out, and while I step out, I'm going to say goodbye to you because that's pretty much so where we end this broadcast. But, I mean, I just want this broadcast to end on a shot where you can actually just see what it is that we're launching, and that's what it's all about. I mean, if you look over there, I'll get my cameraman to go away from me. I'm not the one to look at this morning. That is what you need to look at. It's incredible. 64 of these making up the MeerKAT. which is putting South Africa on the map, that is going to take history to another level. Absolutely incredible. I hope you've enjoyed this broadcast. It hasn't been an easy one to try and get to you, but we've managed to do it. And once again, thank you to the Department of Science and Technology for allowing us to do this for you as South Africans. God bless you. Have a beautiful weekend, and I'll see you back in studio on Monday morning. Cheers, everyone.